So I've been trying to fix my pond for the last couple of days, and I checked the pump and it was blown. I took all the covers off, tried to spin the fan in some water, still wouldn't work. It was just seized, so ended up draining the pond and finding that the whole bottom layer was just full of mud. Anyway, so I've just drained it, cleaned it all out, still doing another clean of course, and just dug out an area there because this doesn't have an overfill, and in the Netherlands it rains a lot in winter, so I figured what happened was it overfilled, and you can see where the dirt was, it was just completely level. Once it overfilled, all the dirt come up and then just went straight in again and again and again and again. So I've dug it out to where it slopes down on all four corners, and a little guttering system down there. Because then what happens is I've got to replace the pump, but this will sit on top with the rocks on it, and then hopefully that will stop the mud going in. So just got to get a new pump, and once I get a new pump, that's when I'll fill it back up and clean it fully. So yeah, it's just an update for this. Alright, I just got my new pump for the pond. It's yeah, not bad, and they gave me all these fittings, which literally none of them worked. So all too big, but I did manage to MacGyver something. So I'm not gonna leave it like this, but I was able to thread that bigger thread up that pipe there. Now I know that's probably gonna burst off eventually, but I just want to fix this fountain, and next time I'm at the hardware shop, I'll just buy an adapter to fit on this. So, because they gave me exactly like that, and I just cut that top off because I'm not going to use all them, so what's the point in keeping them? So I thought we'll wreck one for now, and then see how the fountain works, or what, all that kind of stuff, and then yeah, go from there. So there's the old pump there, which I'll show you in a second. What wasn't working. I took that cover off there, but I'll put this back together first, and then yeah, go from there. So bear with me for a sec, guys. Alright guys, this is just showing you the old pump. It didn't work. I'll show you a couple of things. This is me putting on the power. Alright, that should be on now. Obviously it doesn't work, so I'll just, this is with the case off, so it doesn't even want to spin now. Before it would spin. See, I'm spinning it, and it barely wants to go, so the motors are fried, or the bearings or whatever in it are gone, so it's just cheaper to replace it. And I think, turn this off, I think these are pretty much sealed units, you can't really get into them. I tried spraying WD-40 in there, everything I could, just didn't work, so I think it's just time for the bin. So yeah, it's pretty easy to put on. Just keep twisting until it tightens. Oh, that's pretty tight. Probably put some more water in that. Just test it. I think I will clean that out more. It's full of sand and shit again, but it should be right just to test it. Okay, hopefully that's enough of those. right through there. Alright guys, just fully cleaned it out for the final time. Cleaned it out fully. Now time to put the pump in and put the rocks back on, and yeah, all done. update. So that was the old pump. Fair bit of cable there. Anyway, they just had that running out of the pond so you could see it. And that's kind of not my style. I like it to be neat as possible. So, I mean, I should use cable conduit for this, but I don't have any. And this is a rental house, and I'm not going to spend more money on it than I have to. So, I had some leftover hose. Sliced down the middle. I'm going to run that. I'll show you. Sort of through there, so they just had that over there coming up into one of them, but I want to run it down here underneath that for a little trench up there. So I just want to cover the thing with this and just give it a little bit more protection. Probably needs more, but that's better than nothing, because I'm not going to spend more money on it than I don't have to.
Wow, die is ook...
Almost washed all the rocks, not many left. So I had to do this before I... down there and pops up there. I'll probably tape that up with some tape, whatever. But yeah, so now all I've got to do is put the rest of the rocks on this part, and it's all finished. It's looking good. I know this has nothing to do with the fountain, but because the fountain's fixed, I went to the hardware store and got some wood for a little barrier thing there. Could get some more to finish that side, but I think that looks 10 times better. Filled in some more low spots there and there, but I think that looks 10 times better. Got to get a plant for the back of it, and I reckon